So now I'm going to make a video just using log scale alone, and we're going to do the IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, and the ARKK ARK Innovation ETF. And we're going to see if both of these are really that bullish and if things are going to really continue higher. And so first we have the log scale chart pulled up for the IWM. And one thing is clear, this 45-degree angle is amazing support. Basically the whole time, besides the financial crisis back in 2008. It lost it, but the whole time, oh, and the COVID crash just wicked down to the blue angle here, or the blue arc. But the whole time, this 45 has been support, and right now is no different. And even better is, right now, we can clearly see this blue line here, this horizontal blue line, is also flipped to support. And what that really means is it can most likely continue higher and higher to the green arcs above into the 240s, 250s, or beyond. And when we put on the other indicators, this chart is 100% bullish. The SMAs here, it's above the 200, the 50, and the 100. We put on the Ichimoku here, we can see clearly that it's 100% bullish as well, above the conversion line, above the baseline, above the cloud, and everything looks so beautiful, right? So what this really means is this has the potential to continue higher and higher to maybe even return back to the previous all-time highs or beyond, right? So nothing bearish about the IWM. Everything looks great. Now let's go check out ARK. So now we have ARK pulled up here from the low of 2016, and we can see this is the 45-degree angle, and we can see how Gann mapped out everything perfectly, including the top, which was at this arc. And then once it lost the 45, right here in November of 2021, it was game over, right? Like this was the warning sign, especially when it lost this arc, this was the warning sign to get out. And if you didn't take profits here or here, you should have definitely taken profits once it lost this bottom arc, right? So, but now we see recovery. And is it as bullish as the IWM? Well, no, it's not, because it's still stuck under some resistance levels here on log scale. But if we look at this angle here, this has been really solid support. And this will most likely hold, which means that if price ever got back down into the low 40s, that is a very good buying opportunity. But will it ever get there? Let's find out. So when we combine the SMAs here, we can see clearly that why has price held? Well, it's holding the 100 week moving average, that blue line right there. And since it's holding that 100 week moving average, and it's the first time that after it broke out, it came back to retest it, right? This is a normal procedure. So this is nothing bearish at all. And it's just now oscillating back and forth between the 50 and the 100. So once it breaks the 100, or sorry, once it breaks the 50, there could be a clear shot up here to the blue angle where this 200 week moving average is probably going to meet in the future, maybe like around election time or so, right? September, October, November, right? Then it could possibly break higher to its first level up here around 106, right? But it's clearly holding support, right? It's not as bullish as the IWM, but it's clearly holding support. And once it breaks the 50-week moving average at 45.18, then it's basically clear skies above into the 60s and possibly 70s, where it'll be met with more resistance there and probably more consolidation before it breaks onto the 100s. But this chart is not bearish anymore. It found its low. Here's a higher low. It even made a series of higher highs, and now this is looking like the new higher low for here. So once this new higher low is established and this 50-week breaks out, it'll go higher and higher and higher, right? So the bottom line is nothing about the IWM is bearish. Nothing about the ARK chart is bearish anymore. It just needs more time to break above the 50 to continue higher. And it looks like later this year, maybe around election time, is when the rotation into these assets are going to start to explode and leave the rest of the field